How does it feel to be refocused on the singular task of heading and presiding over the Florida Senate?
Well, it does feel great. And we had an amazing year last year, meeting those goals we had set at the start of the session. And of course, just a few days ago, we had our good friend Don Gates officially being selected as the next Senate President. So it's great to be back in Tallahassee, a big task ahead. But I have real confidence in the team we have in the Senate, of course my partner Dean Ken in the House, and our governor, who I think has really done a nice job this summer being focused on jobs and opportunities in Florida.
Going into the 2011 session, I know you were excited because you had worked during the campaign to try to assure that there was a conservative cast, a conservative environment in the Florida Senate. Explain kind of what was in your mind and what you hoped to have in terms of people to work with in the Florida Senate before we get to what happened in the 2011 session.
It was a long trek. When I first entered the Florida Senate, it was a moderate to liberal place despite being controlled by Republicans. And I felt strongly in my personal beliefs and my historical background that Florida is a center-right state, and yet the Senate was a center-left organization. And so starting in 2004 all the way to the 2010 elections, I wanted to find like-minded Republicans, people who believe in less government, lower taxes, more choice in education, being pro-life. I aggressively went out, sought candidates, helped them get elected, and our goal came to fruition after the 2010 elections. And a kind of convergence of people who shared that philosophy. Obviously Rick Scott, an outsider businessman. Dean Cannon sharing that same philosophy that's long been the case in the House. And I was proud to say that we had all the elements to find success, and so that was our goal. And so with that, everyone knew our agenda. And what was most pleasing about last year's session is that that agenda that we had laid out before the election, then once elected, and then was actually followed through into our legislative policies that passed last session.